you sit in a taxi and someone's like, hey,
taxi. I know. This is what I work for as an actor, to be recognized, appreciated.
Era n'obulamu bwange ndowooza bwakyuka okuva lisiti eyo yafuluma 25 sikyo bwakyuka ne mmanya nti
in that moment,
that scene?
Well, she's a very calm person, so she...
In your character, your performance, there's a part where lips touch. I'm setting you up.
Scene, but
wishful thinking, man. That's
olunaku saakola saagenda nali sikiriza.
Mutumba Henry.
But I remember I used to do, the most I did were 25 scenes a day.
in one day.
Yeah. The opportunity that came from opportunities are here. Perform his character. Ogamba.
Era mbadde munyiivu nnyo n'omenya zibadde nga mwenda nga ninda amenye ku yange.
But it makes you feel like he's spiritual. You say?
I'll say I would rather win an award than be on a hit TV show.
And such opportunities, I really am humbled.
Uyu nansa na kibuloka ku mastore.
Ne kati angambako sooke bere ku listi z'abantu.
And after that, we can go back in our offices and be like, "Nay, sajja." Yongera muko kajja. You get.
Nenziramu nenkebera. Nengamba like sinze.
Very good art has a way of manifesting when people have nothing.
Kabulako katini nsulewo filimu.
Welcome yet again to another episode of the Uganda Film Festival Nominees Conversations. We do this every year and we believe it's an opportunity for people to understand who is nominated and why they're nominated. And we present this opportunity and platform for these people to speak to the world and of course, share their experience and what it means to be an actor or a nominee in this business. My name is Kasule Douglas Bender, and of course, whatever we are doing here is powered by Uganda Communications Commission. My brother, what do you say?
No, it's quite a great time. We're going to be talking to the nominees, amazing nominees. I've seen most of their films, but above it all, like I've worked with some of these people, or either. Okay, I've not worked with some, but I've watched them for a very long time on TV. And then there are those I think I've worked with as friends, and so I'm excited.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
It's very exciting.
You being in PR, being in media and journalism, I know definitely I've worked with most of these people.
You did not have to bring up my PR.
It's very important. That side, but generally,
yeah. You see, definitely working in the media space,
yes.
I get a chance to interview very many actors, very many directors and people that work around the film industry. But then still working with PR, because Uganda is a very tight market, you still get to at least know who is going to be in which advert.
Yes.
Way before the advert is short. So I've worked with many people in a way.
That is you showing off. But generally we're here because we're talking to the men.
Yes.
In the previous episodes we have talked to the women.
Yeah. And
now we're talking to the performing men.
Yes.
Which films have you watched?
I could say as many as possible. You mean for this year's festival? You want me to mention the names?
Few them that have been nominated.
I've watched You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye. I've watched Unforgivable. I've watched Adui. I think when is Adui coming out? Like to the market?
As soon as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what that means?
Yeah, I've watched Adui. I've watched there is something Mama
Wange.
There is Mama Wange, but there is another Mama. I'm sorry, Mama. Yeah, which other one? Like I've watched a couple of films.
Yeah. But of course, it will be a very huge shock if Kagwa has not watched your film. It means I don't know who is watching your film. Kagwa is one of those people who have to watch our films so that he can find ways of making us believe in
Before
ourselves.
someone calls and it's like, Andrew Mpayuka article.
And then they ask for the newspaper, eh?
And then after you do the article, they call and they're like, can you get me that newspaper where the story ran? And you're thinking, when are you supporting the media?
I know,
So-
that part. But
Yeah.
generally, we have amazing performers on the table. We have 3 of them today, and they are going to talk to us about what they have been part of. I know 2 of them already in You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye.
Yeah.
So we're going to know who kissed the bride and who was kissed by the goodbye bride. And then there's something special about the other gentleman. Yes.
You see, the other time, I think I asked Helen, was she the right or the wrong
The wrong
bride?
bride. Yes. And that question was both.
Yeah, that
answer
question
was
is
both.
both. Yeah, like she's both the right and then she's
Yes.
both the wrong bride.
Because in that scene where she's fighting her own self.
Yeah, and then she has to kill her.
I know.
Wait, is that a spoiler?
Please go and watch these movies. They're going to be showing in the cinemas because you really need to see what Uganda has to offer. I believe work is getting better every other day.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that when you have these competitions, it creates the tightness. Because like we're going to share with these gentlemen, we're going to find out how they felt when they got the nomination.
That's so true.
But I will start with the gentleman this side. This guy is very special. I will tell you why. Naita Mani. Yes,
Oh,
naye ngenda
so he
kubuulira.
doesn't
He
know
doesn't
he's
know why I'm saying he's special. Yogerako n'abantu baffe.
Niyanze sebo niyanzeke. Amanya gange nze Mutumba Henry okuva mu Waka Waka.
Oh,
Yeah. Era mbadde munyiivu nnyo
Yes.
n'omenya zibadde nga 9 nga ninda amenye ku yange bale natagimenyako naye nga ndi musanyufu nnyo
Yes.
neebaza Katonda kuba guno gwe mundi gwange gusoose okubeerako mu kifo kino n'okunominatingibwa wonna. This is my first time. Thank you.
Owulira otya?
Sinza kinnyonnyola naye ndowooza omubiri gusobola okinnyonnyola oba like engeri gye njogera ebigambo
Omuzungu agamba speechless.
Waka Waka naye wanansana.
awo wennyini.
Oyo nansana kibuloka ku masitoowa. Henry, why I wanted to say Henry is very special. Henry, ojjukira Feto
Yes.
last year,
Yeah.
the nominee for supporting
Yes.
actor. He was a guy in a border scene. And I think he had about 3, not more than 5 scenes.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he got nominated.
And he
This
was
guy
really
is playing a
amazing.
king. And these scenes are very few.
Yeah.
When you see him perform his character, ogamba gaya inam, which means senga bamuwa ekisingako, he has a chance. So that's why I was saying it's special.
Yeah.
So last year there was someone who did the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying Oli special.
Yeah.
And congratulations, Henry
Thank you.
Mutumba. This side, Allan.
Yeah, I'm called Allan Kutos. I'm an actor, and this is my second time being nominated. I come as a nominee for the second time under UFF. Last time it was Best Actor in a TV series. And well, gladly this time round, I come under the under Best
Supporting actor in a film.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and first of all, I feel very honored to be here, number one. And it's not been an easy year where there's not been so much work. But again, having a nomination is something to, it's not something you just gauge and just pass around and be like, okay, yeah, it's a nomination, yeah, I'll go to the event. But again, it weighs down on me because this is what I work for as an actor. To be recognized, to be appreciated, you get, and such opportunities, I really am humbled, so much humbled.
That's nice. He lost words at some point.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
No, but there is something
Explains a lot.
that he talked about, which I think, me and Allan meet very, very, very few times, but every time we meet, we get to talk a lot. There is something we talked about the last time we met, which he hinted on, of there is not a lot of work that's going on.
Yeah.
And we had quite a lengthy one about it, of what's going on and where is everyone.
Yes.
Because because you see, in 2022, like I can reference 2022 very much.
I know.
In 2022, you literally knew everyone had work.
Yes.
Yeah.
People were busy.
Like people were busy.
Yes.
Like I was supposed to be shooting a documentary with someone, and he had told me, Andrew, you are a bad day, we can do anything for you. So when I called them again, they were like, hi, Andrew, I'm on set, and these days the terms changed. Like we paid per hour. I was like, wait.
Whoa.
But I was happy that
Yes.
this whole thing was going on. People are really getting paid. So when I met with Allan, I think it was towards the end of last year,
Yeah.
and we had that conversation, and he told me, Andrew, things have been tight.
Yeah.
Like I keep trying to call filmmakers, and I talk to them, and they are telling you life has been hard.
Yes.
Some people are hiding away, like in apartments. Like it was tight, and this was the same conversation I think I had with who else. But it's a conversation
Yeah,
that we've
yeah,
been having for quite some
Yes.
time. And I think I had it with Mark
Yes,
as well.
Kagume,
Mark Agume.
Yeah.
So when he talks about it, like it kind of rings a bell. Like,
I think recently during the mix and mingle, I met Catherine Namugenyi Sanyo, and I mean most of those guys, the question of where are they after TV is a question that needs to be answered, and definitely things are not okay for many people, especially the guys who made money during 2022, because the pay was good, and then as things kept going, things were cut down, and you still have to appear. So I understand what you're saying about work being less.
It's a very challenging sport. Why? Because you feel like you have worked at the top level.
Yes.
You get, and you have to sustain that level, of whereby you're going to find that not so many people are going to come and give you the same kind of work or treatment that you used to get on other sets and all that, and even agreements are kind of different. You understand, and it challenges you now to cut down to whatever you had built, to be like, okay, let me cut it down so that I can compensate this. And for someone who is visionary, you'll be like, where am I going? Am I going backwards? Am I going front?
Yes.
Am I stationed here? Like, so it's a very challenging sport for even actors. Many actors I've talked to about this entire, even Mark. We sat down with Mark, even with a couple of actors, and we were trying to find ways how we can work just to get work for ourselves. Because at the end of the day, you find that once you finish a project, you're done and that's it.
Yeah.
Whatever comes, whatever money they get from that, you're not entitled to get that. You're not part of that cake you get. So if you got 20,000 for your role, that is going to be,
That's your cut.
you get. So look for another role that is going to give you 20,000. So in a year, how many roles are you going to do? You get. So you find that you lose taste, you lose value through all these things, and it's hard to maintain kind of brand for any upcoming or actor that is really trying to push to the limits.
I think that conversation, before we come to Fidel, I think the conversation is digging into and connecting to even awards and nominations, that usually we have seen a tendency of when someone gets an award or gets nominated, usually people who have been intending to work with you, they cut down.
Yes.
Because they believe, now level is next.
Yes.
You understand? Same applies to being on a hit TV show. If you are up there, it means you have landed on the top, which means going from there, it means you reality check is most of the guys who might want to work with you can't reach that level, which means it's going to be very tight. But these are conversations we're supposed to be having.
But you know, before Fidel comes in, I'll say I would rather win an award than be on a hit TV show. Because when you're in a hit TV show, two things happen. You become famous. If there is one thing that scares the hell out of me, is becoming famous.
Being known.
Because then there is a perception that people have. There is a perception of how they think you eat, why you go to gym, where you stay. Like basically they own you before you know,
Yes.
you can't just walk around and you go and buy your Rolex.
Yes.
Like I really love buying my Rolex.
You can't wear your sapatu.
Their opinions matter.
Their opinions matter. So
I think I was in that state when I was on TV. My show was not as big as your shows. It was running only Sunday, but it was happening at a time when everyone is at home.
Yeah.
7 p.m. after the news.
Wow. Prime time.
You know, that's prime. Like
yeah.
those days, Sunday, 7 p.m. after the news was hit. Everybody was watching. And you sit in a taxi and someone's like, hey, I'm in your taxi.
I know.
you know, and I'm like, wait, I'm not even a lead in the show. You understand? My landlord came one day and said, rent utumongeza. Why?
Yeah.
Only for TV.
Don't be late.
My
Don't be
Rolex
late,
guy
right?
stopped giving me chapatis at 1,000.
Oh.
My chapati was for 3K.
Yeah.
Ndisa said, I was like, boss. You understand?
Yeah.
The
So
price
I don't
goes up.
understand what this means until definitely the time when I could not even foot my rent for 6 months.
Yeah.
When I got thrown out of the house because I could not pay rent for 6 months.
Wow.
Because the people expect that you're actually making money
Yeah.
in this business. But the fact is,
Yeah.
even when you choose not to be extravagant, you can remain broke.
True.
You understand? Because the money coming out is actually not enough.
Yeah.
Fidel, sorry, before you introduce you, I know you are one of those guys who came into this business after, I think, the big money.
After the
I think by the
Yes.
time these guys are coming in, the
Then
very
like things
big
were a bit
ones,
changing.
I think starting to change.
Yeah.
But I also think it was probably your first project in acting.
My first big project, yes.
Big
I
project.
actually did a few
Scenes
appearances in
inside.
Sanu.
Oh.
Yes.
Before.
Actually, yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
good way to start. Please introduce yourself. Yes.
Yes, my name is Fidel Sankara, and it's an honor and pleasure to be here. Definitely my first nomination as well, and in my first feature, so I really thank God for that. I believe that's quite a blessing. I'm grateful because really it can only be God, because you see people who have put in so much work in so many wonderful, wonderful movies, and to get that recognition for such a magnitude at such a level, it's such. I was thinking about it even last night, and I was thinking to myself, I don't even have a way to describe it. But the magnitude in itself is a testament to both, yes, your effort and work that you've put in, but somehow you find that it is just the hand of God, because many also go through that path, but maybe they don't get the opportunity to be on this table. So I really, really am grateful both to God and the opportunity to take part in something that can actually be recognized at that level.
Yeah.
Yes.
The opportunity that came from opportunities are here. Did you see what I did?
I see what you did.
Yes.
We
The
see what
bars,
you did.
right?
Yeah, the bars.
But I've heard you're a pastor's kid.
No, I'm not a pastor's kid, but
Are you in church?
I'm actually in church. I'm
I
a
know you're a
minister.
minister.
Yes.
You
of
see, the other way he
gospel.
speaks? Speaks like an
Really?
evangelist.
I do.
I
Choose his
swear.
words carefully.
Because there's a way he speaks, that doesn't move his hands, but it makes you feel like he's spiritual on you. You say?
He's a minister.
He's a
Yes,
minister.
a
Like
minister.
we're now a minister.
Like we are now ministry.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
You know? yes.
Yes.
And
How has that been for you, being in church and being in these things? I'll call them our things because there are some people who believe whatever we are doing is sometimes ungodly because of what. For example, I know there are sins that you might be asked to do, and you're like, I'm sorry, the Spirit has said no.
yeah.
How
That's
will church
true.
members sin?
That's true. That's true.
You understand?
That's
So how
very
has
true.
it been for you?
Actually, to be honest, that's initially one of the most challenging points in the initial phases, because I believe I'm in this space out of a calling. I'm not in this space because it was my greatest passion, even though the passion is there. That's why I said not my greatest. But because I felt one of the things that like church has shied away from is these spaces, and then you find that young people don't have the right role models or good influences over them. And yet we, the church, also consume this material. We are the same people buying the DSTVs, the Go TVs to watch the same movies. We go to the cinemas to watch the same movies. So I feel like it's such a contradiction when we shy away and we say, no, those things are for other people. And then later we complain and say, but why are people like this? Why are people like this? Why don't we do better? Why don't we step up to the plate and actually do better?
Yes.
So that we don't negate, I'm sorry to say, to darkness these things and say, those things are for the darkness. But everything was created by God. That's what I believe. True. And if it was created by God, it should serve God in one way or another. So there's a purpose to film, to entertainment, and it is godly. It doesn't have to be skewed one direction. If I may add, I think it's the same way someone would say, that phone is dangerous because it gets people addicted to it and whatnot, but it's a necessity as well. So God didn't outrightly come and say, I've created the phone, but he made a man to make the phone so that it may bless us, equip us, one or the other. If someone abuses the phone, it's not
the phone, it's the people.
Thank you.
The user.
So do the people... I don't know if I should say to the people in your church.
Yes,
because I don't know if
it's
your church.
It's okay.
But do the people in your church actually share that same view, like the view you share when it comes to like entertainment?
I'll be very upfront with you. I subscribe to a ministry called Zoe Fellowship, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's Prophet Elvis Mbonyi.
Yeah.
So he's my spiritual father. Now I serve in the ministry, and he believes, right? So the church carries the same vision that the earth and its fullness belongs to God, right? So even as believers, as people of any category, we should be able to go into these spaces and influence them for God, or have a stake in it for God, so that it's not a thing that is left only to whom it may concern. And then eventually we put up our hands and say, oh, how did this happen? How did that happen? We have to take responsibility. God made the world for us to take charge of it and have dominion over it.
Gospel music tumukube nyo mubala.
Agendemne mubala, please. Yes.
So it's you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
You know, by the way, you see one thing, that philosophy, I feel like that's a philosophy that Pastor Bugembe runs with.
That's true.
You'll find his music.
That's
no
true.
Muslimu azina. Because for him it's about life and how you relate with your own God.
Yeah.
This conversion is almost going spiritual. It feels like
but I think just to put it out there, gospel music to Mbala.
Yes,
you tell your DJ friend.
You stop preaching to the choir.
And maybe if I can add on to what he's saying, and for the Christians out there, like he was saying, this is not for whoever it may concern. If I can give if I can remember back where I came from, I remember during COVID, I was going through a hard time. Everyone knows how COVID was. Yeah. And I remember kneeling down and praying for God to open a way. Because there was no food in my house. I had posho and beans from the government. That's all I had. So, and when Sanyu came through, I honestly don't know where it came from. You get? So I always saw this opportunity that I was chosen for it.
Right.
You get? So what I had to do was not to abuse the opportunity given to me.
Right.
You get? Still, I'm a Christian, and someone can think, but still the way you don't look like a Christian. But no, it's about the inward in you, and whatever God that is in you can be reflected to the people that are around you. It didn't have to come on TV that, now I'm going to act as a thief. Oh my God, God is going to, punish me. No, God still has chosen you. He has given you that talent for people to see it. But how you live your life on the other side is what will bring people to the industry, because people know this industry or whatever entertainment industry to be as you get. But at the end of the day, still there are people that have families. There are people that have, they have been groomed in this industry and they're not doing as bad as what people think. You get. So it's up to the individual with the talent to bring it to the world and bring sense that it's not all about Christianity versus evil. It's about you, the individual, how you carry the gift and how you light it to the people to see. You get.
You see, okay, like when it comes to spirituality and art, I think we usually clash a lot. And when you're talking, I thought about something that I should ask you. Like when stories come to a writer, like they come in many ways, and so at times the issue people have with art is how it reflects things and how those things might influence people. So just as a minister, I'm just thinking, if I'm writing a very cool script, it's amazing, it ticks the boxes, and I'm casting you as a thief, and you're thinking, okay, you're just a thief, which is wrong, but I'm going a step ahead, I'm making you a cool thief. But
why are you covering up?
Sanitizing it. He's trying to really.
like I'm putting you in the lead, but you're actually a thief, but you're the lead, because you've seen those films where the good guy is actually the thief, and like at times it doesn't make a lot of sense, but actually the good guy is the thief.
He has motives why
he has motives why he's doing it, and when I'm thinking about that and spirituality, because even as an entertainer you're supposed to have like a responsibility. Like how does that even balance out?
I think before it even comes in, I'm imagining, because we have different methods, different styles of acting. I'm imagining that for a method actor.
Wow. But again, guys, we should know we're not doing these stories for ourselves. We do these stories for people out there. Because you might find there's someone who is fighting against stealing. You get, and they need to know that every movie I have watched, evil never thrives.
That's true.
You get, and that's just it. So you will know that if he's struggling with stealing, my aim, me as the person acting as a thief, is to bring it out, because there's someone out there who is struggling with it. You get, so our aim or our goal or our mission as actors is to bring that person to life, that character to life, because it's always, even Oscar, by just acting Oscar, there are people that have come to me and told me that you have literally told my entire love story, me and my wife. You get, this is what I did with her. You get, so you understand, I was not doing it for myself, for my own glory, but I was doing it for someone out there. So if you forget yourself that you're not doing it for Allan, I'm not doing it for Katongole, but I'm doing it to help someone out there. I guess in that way, it changes the whole thing that, oh my God, I'm a Christian, I shouldn't act. But if you know you're helping people, then the narrative changes.
I think definitely we are going to now, because the moment you start looking at this as ministry and calling, all the answers are fixed. That's me and Kagwa, we are doing ministry for the film industry. Yes, and we are very comfortable. We are okay. Aren't you happy?
We are happy.
We are happy.
Yeah, we are happy.
For us, we chose.
We chose this.
Yes.
We work for no pay.
You were saying something.
Just in addition
before,
to what he said, real quick, I couldn't have put it any better. I think there is an element of something he said that I would like to highlight, that actually you find that in all our movies, no matter which ones, by the way, somehow darkness won't prevail. You'll find the motive of the movie will still steer you towards the light. And so good will triumph. In whichever shape or form, somehow like the thief you've talked about, you'll find that there's a moral conundrum being put across where that thief actually is maybe like Robin Hood. You get
stealing to give
to the poor, or he's trying to really deal with some corrupt system, something of the sort. And then you find that either way, what we do in art, like you said, is a portrayal of society. And you don't want people to live in utopia, to sort of think, you know, this doesn't happen. No, it happens, but how do we deal with it? Which is what he talked about when he was saying, so someone out there can relate with the character and be able to know, okay, if I'm in this position, without necessarily hearing 2-hour sermon, what can I do?
Wow. Conversion here COVID. I really want to bring Henry in because it went against the
Mudini. Ate tulina minister. Nenga kyayogedde kituufu ddala Allan okugamba nti bwe tuba nga tuli mu kuzannya firimu zino tubaako abantu abala betusomesa betukyusa ekitegeera tubaako obulamu bw'omuntu bwetujja tubaako gwe tuyamba kuva mu ekyo kyabalimu okukwata ekkuba ettuufu.
So you're very important people because you shape the narratives and people's perception about life. So twelowoozeeko ng'abaakabimu in that code.
That's right.
Sometimes we think we're just kuyisaamu buyisa. But there is someone who will see your performance and they're like, yo, my life is changed. And of course there are those you inspire just by seeing you achieve and get to the level where everyone was thinking, I'll be able to just. But someone wakes up in the morning and goes to work and what they are going to do is acting.
That's true.
So that's huge, man. That's like we don't need to take it for granted. But Henry.
Yes.
I want you to say mukumacha nomination list we fuluma. Oli mu Waka Waka. I think you're the king. Waka, yes. Nomination list e fuluma. Machoko amuli gakusangawa era wakolota wawulira otya.
Nga tennafuluma nasooka nendaba waliwo omukwano gwange atera obitimba nti enkya nomination list egenda kufuluma. Safaayo kuba nali simanyi nti nsobola okubeera nga nze omuku abali ku lisiti eyo.
Ninga firimu wali okimanyi bakitadde?
Nali ngimanyi era nga ngisabira. Ndi musajja mukatoliki. Minemi Maria nga nzisaba. Kati
ng'osala novena.
Kati bucha kumacha ngamba kankebereyo ndabe bani abafulumye kuba ebintu nga bino tuba tuli eyo tubyegomba natuuka ntya wano nkoze ntya abatuuseyo mikwano gyange oba so ngindolaba nimpita bwinti mumanya olaba erinnya lyange ndabye bubi kati nga sirabye Waka Waka kuba nali nsoma busomi bwenti manya nenziramu nenkebera nengamba naika sinze nyenda ba Waka Waka hala nagenera mu kinabiro nenabako kuba nali nkyali mbuliri nenkomawo nenziramu netuna nga sina simu nemu yankubiddwa okujjako benda ba mu group dala eya Waka Waka nga bali mu congratulating abantu abala ninga bano tebannandaba bano tebannaba kundaba
oza wali na list info
nga ndozoba kati waliwo abali basharinze channel ningendayo nenconfirming nga ddala kituufu kyekyo nengenda ku Google mbuuze ddala kikyo nga nekikyo olunaku saakola saagenda nali sikiriza olunaku saakola nasiiba waka ndowooza
because of the news
kyankuba wala kuba nali sikisuubira nali sinaba kwerowoolezaawo awo kubanga embanga nakaweza emyaka 2 mu movie industry siyinza kusooka kwebalirawo nnyo ate nga ne firimu nazanya mu sini zaali ntini oba zaali nga 3 oba 4 kati nga sikirina mu birowoozo so nafukamira nensaba nga sinaba nakubira maama wange nensaba nemwebaza Katonda kuba bino bye bintu bye tuyayaanira nenkubira maama nangamba nze bibi wayingira mu sibitegeera ddala muvaayo kokka sente nemugamba yes nfuna sente kuba of course waliwo bakuyita ne bakuwa zino ne bakuwa zino naye mulaga nfunayo kingi okusinga ku kyenfuna asobola okusigala nga nsabira nga nsabira kuba mpanye ekitiibwa essala y'amaama era namugamba maama nsabira wakiringireti jagiteresa ggwe nenga gaali mawulire ga ssanyu wadde nga gasuka ne gankuba encukwe olw'okutya enure muntu w'enansana
Nansana keeps coming up.
Nansana keeps coming up.
Because in the previous episode when we were talking with the actresses, there's a girl called Hilda Yazirika. Like when the news came, she actually
literally.
Like
No,
Yazirika, not literally, like
she actually
Shukuzika.
fainted.
Yes, like Yazirika.
When she learned about her nomination.
And I think it's for it is a wrong number, but she also nominated for Waka Waka for costumes. So I think we need into be very important. That's why I think we're having these conversations. Because story yo waliwo omuntu omulala takiwulirangako waliwo omuntu nga tawangulangako n'akantu mu primary okitegeera now this is a national award ceremony being
And
recognized.
then, of course, the fact that it seems to bring two worlds together. Because for me, when I joined journalism, the industry was kind of very divided. You had what people called uptown, and then you had what people called downtown. These worlds never met.
There was no way.
There was no way. I don't know if there was a way they could meet Banana.
It was hard.
No, no, there was no way.
There was no way.
Yeah, there was no way they could meet.
There's no
So it kind of became like a narrative. Like when people wanted to like be part of UFF, they knew who to work with. So that's when you would find like Hassan Magay working with like Nisha, and then working with certain cinematographers, and then they would kind of get them there. And it kept on like that. But of course, what's happening right now is the industry is opening up. I think mainly because like we can access gadgets like besides of whether you're uptown or what. There is a very, very small divide when it comes to the quality of work we can do. There are people that are still learning, but there are people that have leveling up. So right now it's easier to meet, and because the level has been for different people for a very long time, there are very many people that are getting a nomination today and they cannot believe they've actually
got
come.
it.
And for me, the past two conversations, including this one, just shows me that.
I think the other thing that I noted out of these nomination lists was it proves to you that actually the jury watches these films.
Yes, that's so true.
Engeri gye basikayo omwami oyo, he wasn't the lead.
Wow.
He is not the lead, not even next, not even second. He's not even in so many scenes. Actually, Talina, musinza lead tulimu. He doesn't even meet the lead performance. But they were able to actually watch the film and they pulled him out as an outstanding performance. There's another nominee. I'm sorry, Mama.
Yeah.
When you watch the film, there are so many things you may not like about the film. But the jury actually watched the film.
And for me, I think I respect the jury for that because I think if I was on the jury, it would have been very hard for me to go through I'm Sorry Mama for various reasons. But I managed to watch it because they have a nomination. And I wanted to see why they got that nomination. And I could see why they got that nomination. But for me, that was a respect for the jury because there was a time I was on a jury for ZIF. Man, I've just said the name of the festival. Those people were tight. Those people were tight, that's all I could say. They could watch a film start and like first dialogue, you do not have subtitles. They're like, yeah, we're done.
Wow.
And you're like, why are you guys done? Like, that film has failed to get the basic of a subtitle. Like, they are that ruthless, by the way.
Because it's part of the requirement.
It's part of the requirements. But, okay, I know
what you mean.
But yeah, so I think for me that's why I give this jury like that green card. Like they actually watch the films.
There's a film from Lango, Lango Film Association, Filmmakers Association, and they got a nomination.
Wow.
You understand? So which means we're actually competing at the level of the national. Because you'll find actually nominees from all over the region, all over the country. And that's a very good thing. It means if you get into the top 5, you actually deserved it. Allan.
Yes.
I know it's not the first nomination. And you've been part of many projects. But why does this particular nomination matter to you?
Well, it matters because on many occasions I have been nominated from one project. It's been only one project, which has been Sanyu, that I've been able to get a couple of awards from, and including UFF still. But again, this means a lot because it comes as a supporting actor, not as a lead. And still that is something I should really celebrate, you know, about. So, number one, even the movie itself, You May Kiss the Bride Goodbye, when I watched it, I couldn't believe that, you know, we could do something as good as that, even just me supporting him to be his best. And I realized that with this project, I had to do my best to be a support. And I saw someone was trying to ask that, does your performance as a support take away from the lead?
Yes.
You get, and to me, I think in this particular project, my role was, and my entire mission was to make him great. You get, was whatever thing I have to do, I have to make sure it amounts to him shining. You get, as a support. And to me, I believe when I got this nomination, I felt like it is something new to me. You get, I've never gotten a lead, I mean a supporting, you know, category nominee, and to me it is something to celebrate about.
Nice.
Yeah.
The character you play is basically a boy who is planted.
Yeah.
Yeah, a guy planted by your mother to play evil.
Yes.
Your mother is actually a madam, because I think she was a sort of a pimp, right?
Yeah.
Yes. But then the entire story, how do you prepare for this particular performance? How did you prepare for that role?
Number one, I'm not so good with personally, because most time as actors we draw from ourselves, you know, and I'm not so good with dark energy. You get, so I had to look like somewhere closer, people that are close to me, and I've had people in my family that are kind of like that. You get, so even friends that I've collaborated with. So I was able to pick a few things from here and be like, okay, how do you play nice, but yet at the back of your head, you want to kill this brother of yours, you want to kill these people, you know? And in that way, it doesn't take really much, I would say, too much preparation. If you've been an actor and you know how to play with emotions, all you have to look is, you look for the goal of the character, and which was this Ntege. Ntege had to, at the end of the day, he had to get the company. He had to get everything from this guy. You get, he had to win. You get, so I had to look into all that, and at the end of the day, I'm really glad that it came out the way it came. And I would say Ntege was very challenging in a way that he saw his friend or brother who was really succeeding at things, and well, you know, if you were planned, if you came here to disorganize this event here, you have to look out for people that may not see what you are. You understand? So I had this whole thing of covering up for my, like, his father shouldn't know that this is my plan. He shouldn't know that this is my plan. His girlfriend shouldn't know that this is my plan, even if I would take his girlfriend, you know? But the whole thing is masking all that and bring out a good performance. So at the end of the day, I had to depend on what I know as an actor, and still with a great team that we had. Drake really helped me so much, and working with Helen as well, and him as well. It's just also working with a group of people that know what they are doing. It helps you also to edge closer to what your goal is. So, yeah, I think entirely it was a bit of research here and there, Gata, and the whole crew with the whole cast. Chinjabo Zinga, everyone has really done their research. So
nice. Can we say that the comforts of having a funded project, does it play a role? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know.
Knowing that it's a paid project, knowing that costumes are not on you, knowing that
You're not
whatever,
feeding yourself.
yes, you're not feeding yourself, you're probably given transport allowance, knowing that everything is catered for. All you need to do is prepare for your part. Because many times he will share probably, I know it happens in some projects, like for example in Nansana, and probably even the project is nominated for, probably did not even get paid for it, yeah? So what contribution?
I was on a project that was shot in Namuongo a couple of years back, and I think I ended up feeding the cast and crew about twice.
You were there
because I was chasing a story. I was chasing a story. I wanted to see how the director does his work, so I had to like kind of observe the director for 3 days when he's working, so that I could do a very good interview with him after. That was a very expensive interview.
You had to foot the bill.
Like I fed the cast and crew.
So did they give you producer?
No, they didn't give me even associate producer's
They
credit.
should have. Yes. So my question, back to basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you think having projects that are funded or which have budgets, does it make work easier?
Work easier, like the output?
In form of your preparation and performance? Because I'm imagining a person who is working. Now you look at the guys who are nominated for performance for projects that were not paid for, and they are still in the same category with us. It means they were working a lot. I'm thinking. Yeah. Do you think it makes work a little easier and lighter?
Yes.
When the producer has availed what?
I would say yes and no. Yes, in that most times the burden of the actor, if you put costumes on me, my hair, my whatever, it costs me as well. My time for research and the pressure to deliver. You understand? But when you give me all that, my role is to just come and execute. You get, be myself and kill this role, give a good performance. You understand? So, but still you could find that even when you have all these things, still an actor can fail to deliver, of which it can come in challenges of maybe the role that you've given them, maybe they didn't understand
Maybe
it,
the director is bad.
or maybe, you know, or even who. So there's so many factors. But again, it comes down to the individual.
Yes.
As you as an actor, in your mastery and your profession, what do you do with much resources and little resources? You get. So still you can give me a project without money, without what, but still my aim is to that when the movie comes out, no one should know that I didn't have money, I didn't have what, I didn't. All they see is a good performance. You get. And after that, we can go back in our offices and be like, "Hey, Sajja, you get." So it's yes or no. You can still have everything, but still fail to deliver. You as an actor.
I think that's powerful.
That's
powerful.
You know,
because,
that's something that actually I believe we should give a little more credit to the creatives in our industry for.
yes,
Because with, like you said, with or without resources, you find that people give their heart and soul
Yeah, that's true.
to deliver so much. And then you look at the content that actually comes out, and like you said, you can't even tell that the project either wasn't funded. You know, look at what you're saying. I'm inspired, really. You know, that someone can go, give it their best, and come out at a national level, and you won't even know that.
whatever they went through.
Yeah, no payment, no what.
Yes.
You know, the amazing thing is most of these movies here in our industry are shot in such a short span of time.
Yeah, that's true.
And the pressure is incredible, you know. But you look at the finished product and you're like, wow, like, you know.
Yeah, you yourselves, you get shocked.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I think this is what we live for. True. And don't you think, we'll go to this gentleman because I know he's very thorough with these things and he fears nobody. So don't you think this entire practice of whether there is or there is not, we will still do the good work. Don't you think it contributes to the laziness or people are supposed to make sure things happen? Like fans and producers.
Okay, the people that are supposed to make sure things happen are supposed to make sure they happen. The producers should continue doing. Though there is a bit of truth. Like, there is something that's very, very bad about art very good art has a way of manifesting when people have nothing. Like
Yeah.
that's, like I don't even know why that's the thing, but it has a way of manifesting
you are lacking.
when people are lacking. Which I remember telling someone that there was a time when Ugandan's film industry had literally nothing, and people did a lot of amazing films
stuff with a limited resources.
with very, very limited. Like you remember, people used to premiere like at least a film like every month.
Every month, yeah.
And you're wondering where these people
Where is the
getting
money
the
coming
money
from, yes.
they're doing these films with. And when we got money, films stopped coming.
we married women.
Like we
build apartments.
literally just stopped making
Cars,
films.
land.
Yes.
So it's a two-way, but the people that are supposed to be looking for the money should be doing their job. They should be looking for the money. But yeah, we should also teach ourselves how to make art when we have the bare minimum. I think that prepares us to work when we have the money.
Yes. Fidel, in your character, your performance, there's a part where lips touch. I'm setting you up. I was waiting for this moment. Yeah, because, you see, at the end of the day, this is the kind of work, and the film is out there. If I watched it, it means it's going to be in cinema, it's going to be out. And of course, sometimes it's about suspending the disbelief for people to know this it wasn't Fidel,
Right.
yes, but the character had to. You understand? One, was that part in the script? Was part of the script?
Yes.
If you actually should know the story, you would be amazed.
That is what we're looking for. That juice.
Well, the first part is that, and he knows, that was one of the red lines initially for me. And Drake did a lot to make sure that,
Magical sweet talking.
I actually, pull through this, because at some point, I wanted to switch with him.
Oh,
Yes.
you wanted to
So
switch.
I wanted to switch with him.
Give me the
Yes.
fire.
Because of the
I wanted to give him the fire, yes.
because of the kiss.
Yes. I wanted him to come, be George.
Did you
and I
actually
was
have
going to
this
be Ntege.
conversation?
I had it with Drake,
And Drake had it with
and
me.
Drake had it with him.
And did you turn it down?
I had to, because it was his role. Like,
You told him, do your kissing scene, man.
it was his role. So
And you're making it, of course, very gruesome, but it wasn't that gruesome.
No, what I'm saying.
But
you know what I mean,
yeah. So it was really, really a very major sticking point, and thank God Drake knew me.
Yes.
So we had to go back and forth a lot. We went back and forth a lot, and he was very willing to compromise, because the way they were actually written was way more than what happened in the movie.
It was
Yes.
deep, eh?
It was really, really. Basically, it was like the things we watch, whether on Netflix or. It was written that way. If I'm talking about the script, it was written that way.
So it was a scene.
Seduction. It
So
was a scene.
it was written that way.
And then
yes,
you just
a full
cut off
scene.
the...
Yeah.
But want our money.
So of course, Drake goes on, and then
Yes,
one of the things he actually tells me is, remember the title of the movie.
You may kiss them.
Yeah. So he told me, I really want to make as much accommodation. And he did. I really thank him for that. Then he said, but the title of the movie is this. You may kiss the bride goodbye.
So
I need you to find, he told me, I need you to find a moment where you can give me this. Find a way, because I need this for the movie. And so, of course, we went back and forth, and like I've told you, he's there, and then I'm talking to people at home, and I'm there. You get it.
you had to first get a green
Because
light.
I'm like,
Who did you
there
talk
is
to at
this.
home?
I had to talk to my wife.
And tell her.
Yeah, that there's going to be, this is it, this is the
Mental
script.
preparation.
It looks like this.
When you come for the premiere,
Beware.
shocked,
And
don't
she was
walk
there
out.
for the premiere.
and she
Yes.
saw it.
Yes.
Did she grab your hand
In that
for
moment,
that scene?
well, she's a very calm person, so but also she's also very supportive, and she understands the whole calling and all that. So I really thank God for her. So she actually, we had a night, because I think we first did the table read,
Yes.
and that's when it hit me. And I said, this one is going to be a tricky one. So I went home, we have this discussion. I'm like, no, this is tight. I'm going to ask for this other role. Yeah, because I was like,
I was coming in as your stuntman for that scene, but
wishful thinking, man. That's a good move, right?
because when you're in the table read, things are so gruesome. Everything is so detailed and what. So it was like reality hitting me. So I talked to Drake, and he's like, no, you think about it, but I don't want to do that. We cast you deliberately, and we are intentional about how we did this. So when I go home, we are talking, and we are going back and forth about it, brainstorming on how can we. And then I was trying to tell her, Drake really believed in me to try and give me this role. He wants me for this role. How do I, And of course, for him, he was telling me, we'll cheat those scenes. We'll find a way to, make it look like. So anyway, when I made sure that
your wife first refused.
No. She wanted to know how detailed it is to begin with. You get it? Like, what are we dealing with before you make a decision? You get it? So we had to get into that. Okay, this is what it looks like. The script looks like this. This is what it's saying. But this is what I've gotten from the director. He's saying we can compromise on some of these things or most of them. And then I told her, if we can't compromise, I'm okay doing the supporting. Because Ntege was just a notorious smart guy. You get it? And I was thinking, no, I can do that. It has no red flags for me. So anyway, I go back now to see Drake, I think the following day, and he's very adamant. He's like, no, I will compromise as much as we can. Yes, but I can't give you his role. He's like, no, and I'm sure he'll tell his side of the story, but he was very insistent. So anyway, I push him and tell him, I want to give you middle ground, but meet me somewhere. So that's why we have that. It's just like that, so that I cannot,
This conversation is powerful to the point of the communication between
the director and the actor.
Which basically means if they are not agreed to so many things, both of them were not going to probably work on it.
And then, of course, the whole thing of values, because it's a thing that I've read about when it comes to other markets. Like, there are things that an actor will tell you they are not willing to do. And you have to respect or find a compromise. Or at times, some will not even let you have a double for that, because they believe it will still reflect on them. To
the audience, it's you. I think Cleo was sharing something about, Last King of Scotland. Remember that, the conversation at the Mix and Mingle, where she was saying there were things that were in the script that she could not do. And she communicated. But fortunately, she got to have her character expanded because of her performance. And these are great things. Henry, bintu ki byofiiriddwa because of the actor? Like, byogambye, sacrifice. Kino nkirese because njagala kuzannya.
Bireka bye bisinga obungi ku bye nakafuna.
How are you still here? Because it feels like whatever fight you're fighting.
Lwakingamba bwe ntyo nti ekisookera ddala amaka. Nali mufumbo n'omukyala n'omwana. Ekitaliiwo kati. Ekitaliiwo because of film. Nti ojja n'ogenda ku seeti ennaku 3 n'osulayo. Takolabyeko. Yalowooza kintu kimu nti ali mu bwenzi. Natuuka n'omusitula ngendenga naye ku seeti nsaba director mbadde nsaba ngenda funa omugenyi agenda kujja kye tuba tukola. Naye ndowooza nga omanyi nti oba kyali kirina kuba bwe kityo. Tetukyali ffenna. Mu Novemba nga gugwako December awo kabulako katini nsulewo firimu. Nti n'olwokuba nti kyandimu nga nkyagala nagamba ekijja kijje kuba gwe mwezi gwe yagendera nangamba ate kati bino emirimu kuba bubeera ng'ogenze ku seeti emirimu giddamuko emabega kuba olina okubeera mu firimu nga olina n'ekiriikiriza firimu kuba firimu ze waffe nansana titusasulwa. Dayeta akuwa loolo yo nagamba tugenda zanya booti naye olina okugula kino, weetaaga kino, okisobola? N'osooka otunulamu awo, n'asobola, siisobole, n'olaba ekiddako. So yagenda, maama n'ayogera, mikwano gyange, kuba mikwano gyange abasinga tebali mu firimu, ekikiri nti sinnalwamu nnyo bbanga ddene. Byogenzeemu, ate tuwulira kino, tuwulira kiri, so bingi nnyo. Naye ng'ekisinga obukulu kulemerako na kumanya kikyoyagala, kuba nayingira firimu nga sikakiddwa nti oba taata wange ali mu firimu industry, musajja ali eri mulimi. Era bakyewuunya nnyo ewaka okubanga nyingidde firimu. Wakijjawa kyatandika kiki? Tekisoboka, oba olimba. Naye ninnemezaamu, era kyova olagaye nti amawulire gano gankuba wala okuba nga ndi ku lisiti. Man, kizibu. Naye
so nomination eno yayongera okuwa essuubi ku kiki ky'obadde ogoba.
Era n'obulamu bwange ndowooza bwakyuka okuva lisiti eyo yafuluma 25 sikyo? Bwakyuka ne mmanya nti bya ddala, bino ebintu bya ddala. So wonna we nfunye chance kasa kiba nga kikwatagana ku firimu, ebirala bisooka ne birinda. Era ndowooza nze omu ku basoose wano, ndowooza mbadde nga wakubiri oba wakusatu. Lwaki? Ti ndabira ddala, kati ndaba gye ŋŋenda, si bye biri nti waliwo abakulwana toyina kyolagawo. Naye kati aŋŋambako sooke bere ku lisiti z'abantu wendi awo. So tulemezaamu buleme.
Kagwa Nansana ina story.
Benda tumyoke.
I think twetaaga okukola episode nga yaba Nansana. I know, because there is a way their conversations overtake. Like they make you feel like you have not suffered in this business. And for them, they don't look at it like suffering.
Yeah,
For them, they are looking at it like
sacrifice and
it's passion, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, and I'm here for that. And we want to make sure that after these conversations, we exchange, you know. We want him to come and work with you guys. We want you to go and work in their projects. So that our markets.
Balabeko ne ku paati eyo. Kuba ayinako wayogedde nti Allan anti agwa mubuuzizza olw'okuba baasasula gundi eyo kyobola. Nenzijukira embeera gye tuyitamu nga tuli ku seeti. Kati ddala ng'eno twaliko mu bibira, twaliko mu mayinja ebirombe, twali awo ku lubiri we twashuutingira awo Bwakabaka, ng'amateeka ate mmwe bannange
ng'olina okubeera mu character.
Ng'olina okubeerawo. Era nsaba nfuneyo akadde mulabeko ne paati eyo.
Waka Waka mwashutingirawo
mu bifo byali bingi. Twaliko ekyankwanzi, twaliko mu lubiri luno olw'Omala, twaliko ku kibira kibira kiri awo Nansana bayitawo oba kuna Matata, ne tugendako neyo mu Busoga. So byali ebifo bingi, gendako wano. Kyoba yatwala obudde bungi nga soba najjogerera kugigamba munnange nti ndi mu firimu bweti. Lwaki? Nti yatwala akadde kangi, sente zisumbuwa, bino biki. Naye kwebaza Katonda nti at least waliko erinnya lyange weriri. Ate nga ze saala zetusaba Katonda gyali.
Wow, very powerful.
Nansana to the world.
TV, film, what's easier or best for you? What has been easier?
Easier?
Characters for TV or characters for film?
Okay. Depending, film, most times we're not given enough time to get into whatever we're going to do. So you find that you depend on your professional, whatever, tactics that you have to bring out that role. And for series, I take series as a 9 to 5, you get, whereby if you're doing a lead role, bayinza okubanga bakusasula monthly, you get. So you literally okola nga omuntu ali mu office. So literally your talent now is paying you, you get. But most times it's tiring because it calls for a lot. And most times you find that in a day you do so much. I used to do, I don't know how many scenes you used to do, but I remember I used to do, the most I did were 25 scenes a day.
In one day.
In one day.
How long is every
Wow.
They are different
They
scenes.
vary.
Yeah,
There's no standard
those
time.
are long, there are those
There's
you
no
have to
standard
cry, you
time.
have to do what. So you find that series, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a place whereby it develops you as an actor. It stretches you left and right. Like, you know, you have to do almost everything. You have to be an all-round 360 actor for series. As for feature, you'll find that you're boxed into the character they need you
That
to be,
particular one.
and that particular emotion, to thief or anger, whatever, go flowing in a mwecho. But for series, ojja kusanga nti you're living the day life of Salom. You get. Salom alina okunyiga, alina okukaaba, alina okusanyuka, alina okugenda maaso, akole byakola. So literally you're living a normal someone's life daily, and you're being paid monthly. So anybody, I think they vary. Film eyinza okusasula bulungi, series nekusasula monthly, depending on the job, on the character that you're doing, oba lead oba ki. But if you're not lead, then you find that it's still going to be another feature film that you do in a series. Ng'ogenda kujja lunaku lumu okole bakuweke bakubadde oddeyo. So I think I would prefer a series. Why? Because it stretches me as an actor, it challenges me as an actor. It pushes me. I feel like it adds on to me. I stretch myself. I stretch. And doing scenes, 25 scenes in a day, you have to be too focused to do that. That means you forget whatever is disturbing you at home.
Yeah.
Omukazi akutawanya, esimu yo take a body and focus on the day. You get.
So like, and that's just for the two of you. So at the end of the day, when you go back home, how do you unpack all that and come back to being Allan and Fidel? Like, I mean, 25 scenes where probably you cried, you stole, you...
Yeah. Well, you just have to be graceful to yourself. Omanye inti. Ne makanika wava mu garage, agendeka nakolaki, nawumula. Tagenda na byuma bye, you leave everything on, I leave everything on set. Whatever Oscar akuma ku set, when I come back home, I listen to my music to wind down, and then I do anything. Most times I sleep most of the time. And I don't know, but this is common among actors. We love being alone. I don't know why, but I could be speaking for myself. But we love being alone because we act with our emotions. You get everywhere you go, you act with your emotions. So if you keep throwing your emotions around even set, you find that kiyinza okukalabula abantu bobeera nabo oba naawe nekikukosa. So ebintu ebimu bireke ku set, then make sure you release your mind, focus on something that is totally off topic. That's what I do.
That's true.
Interesting.
You know, just to add to that, I think it's really important to have that unwinding moment. I've found that it helps to have particular interests or things that calm your nerves, so to speak, so that even when you go back home, you know what you like. You see, like what he's talking about music, that you have that particular thing or something you focus on that makes you feel at ease. Because, like he said, you know, something he said, those 25 scenes, someone can imagine they might think they're in a sequence. They are not in a sequence of this is this episode that you're doing. You get?
Yeah.
You're doing scenes. Some are in episode 1,
sequence.
some are in 10, others are in 20, others in... Now, you're being thrown all over in just this space of what someone calls, 10 to 12 hours. And so you must be able to sort of collect yourself back at the end of the day. So if you have something that enables you, and sleep is a very good thing, by the way, you kind of just shut down and you're like, you know what, that was then, now. And you must have that moment of, I think that's why maybe we end up being alone for some time, but you have a moment, you must have a moment to yourself, so to speak, and you just let your entire being cool off. And of course it helps. I don't know how method actors do it. I'm not a method actor, but you have to leave that guy, whoever that guy is, on set. And the moment I leave that door, that gate, I'm back. But when I walk through that door, I am not Sankara, I am not Fidel, I am whoever that character is in that moment. So that mentality has to be switched on.
Yes. Well, that's a great conversation there. I think many times people have lost themselves. But I think also there's a challenge where people are being cast as who they are. Because if someone says, man, I like Lennon's ways. Lennon, come and do a project, and the project Lennon is going to do is who Lennon is every day.
No, I want you to work as a DJ.
Yes, I'll be like a DJ, just come here and do chicka. And then, which is what he does every day. It means because we have very many of those. We have very many directors who typecast. Come and play for me what you played in the other side. What you did that side was comfortable because that's who you are every day. And I think it's going to be a huge challenge for us.
I was asked to be a
journalist. Yes, this guy is actually an actor also.
If I'm called to do that, and I decide to do it, I will totally switch up something.
You don't leave it the same.
Yes. You can't.
You must find a trigger. You must find something. I'm a coach of sometimes movement, physicalizing, where you basically use your body externally to build your character internally. So you call it outside in approach. So, and usually you find a way of finding something different from who you are. And of course, I think the biggest challenge is the fact that many of our people don't know who they are before they become what they want them to become. Because at the end of the day, after every project, you have got to find ways of how to wear off the other person and bring back yourself, which means you need to draw a line between yourself and the character, and drawing the differences between these two people. Then brings in the method of, okay, I think the character looks exactly like me, does things like me, but this character has something different which I'm going to bring in. And I think that's where it would work. As we conclude, Henry, Mutumba, truth is, Nades Kumani until this project. And I had to look for your number because your name was era Swaibu n'agituwa ow'ennansana emopi w'ennansana
yakoledde ennansana bingi.
Henry, mu kumaliriza olowooza gwe ng'omuzannyi biki bye weetaaga? Let's say someone is watching, oba police maker, oba bali mu office, oba producers, oba guilds, kiki kye weetaaga okubeera ng'omulimu gwo gwanguwa gukwanguyizibwako?
Okay. Kye twetaaga ndowooza kutegeera nti gye tuli. Waka, abaana balina waka bangi nnyo abali eyo. Nga naye talina tugeze obusobozi, talabikiddwawo, talabise, tebamutegedde, tebamulabye. So ate nga gye bali abaana bangi nnyo abalina waka wansi eyo. So bwe tufiibwako, like ng'abantu b'ennansana, nze njagala nnyo nansana kuba gyenva. Singa tufiibwako ne tumanya nti yes, tugeze Allan mukwano gwange n'amanya nti ndi nansana, nankubira waayi waliwo wano kagigi akaliwo sooka ojje, n'omulala ndowooza tusobola okubeera nga tuvaayo ne opportunities nga zino okubeera nga tuziyingiramu tutya mmwe oba abantu abalala bonna be balina okuba nga like batufaako.
Oli mu guild? Screen Actors Guild wewandiisa
mbadde sinnaba.
Chikole. I think the biggest challenge we have so far, I think we have been talking about that with Helen, that guild here not tulwanirira. The power of unity. Yeah, nti bwenja ne kugamba Allan shout the word no ng'oli bw'omu it will bajagamba muntu ali awogana bibye bwetuba batawe shouting ekigambo no baneba bajja kujja
baba bakiwulira
kitegeera so amaanyi gammwe gali nkwegatta ku guild and then of course ne mugiwa amaanyi okubalwanira because ebintu byemuyitamu byonna everyone has gone through a trouble.
And can you imagine what it would mean if, like, today the Guild of Actors can wake up to demand for something and among the members said, like, you have all the nominees this year. Like, that gives it more marketing. We say oomph. It gives it the oomph. Like, it's bigger than if it's just one person speaking. Yeah, so
no matter your level, because you guys are known faces. But no matter your level in this business, if you are alone, that's true. But if you have 5 faces in known projects, together with the people who have not been, and then we all just put together all the nominees and we say, guys, tugende mu guild tujiwa amaanyi etulwanire, which means guild is going to have the power to bring in the legals. Guild is going to have the power to discuss with the producers guild to make sure the conditions are better.
Though I've ever done that, and someone assured me that I may not have work again.
Yeah, I know. You see some oppressors prevail that way. They make you believe the moment you strive for change, you're actually going to be sidelined.
Which goes back to, I think, where I've said, if it's, for example, you, Sankara, like other nominees we talked to earlier, that one, you have numbers, then you have the faces people know. Then it's a different case, because then are you going to sideline the entire industry?
Don't single you out. Just
I have seen people who will be like, Mugende,
yes.
And they got people.
But you see, Allan, the power in coming together is, you see, when you come together and you're saying this, it means what the Producers Guild is supposed to do is have a policy where we say, if you're working on a project as a member of the Producers Guild, 80% of the actors you're working with must be members of the Screen Actors Guild. That is how the guilds are going to work. If you are a producer and you're going to work on a project, make sure you get projects or scripts from the script writers guilds. And these are the policies, which means whether you want it or not, they will not keep running away from you. Because the producer they have to be in the guild. And they have got to abide. So mwe abamanyi ekituufu ekyokukola muyingira mu guild ne mugiwa amaanyi okukola, which means guild omulimu gwayo making sure you're aligning with other guilds and also to have the legal power to say, okay, we have failed to discuss this as guilds, producer tugezaako mutwala mu guild balimu okwogera naye, let's go legal. They have the muscle to have a lawyer who is going to help you. Naye bw'oba bw'omu, it's easy to actually put a target on yourself. Nibwe mbanga muli banji, I think it helps, yes. Yes, Allan, as we conclude, what's coming up for you as Allan? What's the future like? What's exciting? Things like that.
We have a new short film coming up. Last Taxi to Kawempe. It was also nominated.
Short film,
And I have a couple of projects that are in the pipeline. You know, we're doing rehearsals and stuff. So they are coming. I have a movie with Kemi Yondo. Continue.
Wow. That's good news.
We're trying to work. It's not yet short.
International project?
Yeah, we may shoot it next year. Yeah, and I'm also looking towards being a producer as well. Because I realize most of us actors, we're down the food chain. So you may find for me to get like above 15M to build a house will take me 10 years.
oyagala kukwata mu bbawero.
Hey, like
Oyagala kwesavinga.
I'm tired of crumbs.
Yes.
So I think it's high time now to deal with bigger things. And I think being a producer is what it requires for me to be. And I'm looking towards that direction if all goes well, God willingly.
The spirit of being a producer is also called.
Yeah.
Please make sure you don't become as bad as the people you're trying to.
Oh yeah, that's very important.
That has been the trend. The actors who have run away to become producers, they become worse producers.
Let me say something to that, if I may.
Yes.
I like that he actually said that because I came together with a friend of mine to actually do that. Start a project, a series actually.
I heard about it.
You heard about it? Interesting. Well, so we
I am the eyes and the ears of the industry. Yes.
But not to blow our own trumpet, but one of the things we had in mind was that the people who come to this project should live with their values, so to speak, reflected in terms of the experience they have when they are on our set, because of those experiences that we've actually had, you know, in the industry. Yeah. And I can tell you in a strange way, this friend of mine is very resourceful. So the way, I'll give you an example. We shot for 3 or 4 days and people were eating meat and chicken. Not because we had a lot of money, right?
Unbalanced diet.
That is not good. Not because we had a lot of money, but they're just very resourceful. So they called someone, like, no, I know someone who knows how to cook. And this person, we can talk to them. They get us things. They have a market stall somewhere. And they were resourceful, excuse me. And they were able to actually pull off something. I remember by the time we were finishing, many of the people, even on the crew and the actors who we worked with, were like, we pray this project goes through, because if you can do this to us while you're shooting a pilot, what will you do when you get? So just to add to that, we wouldn't want to be the kind of people who now you get into places maybe and you're now doing the same thing others have done. We have to trailblaze another way, set the trend.
Definitely, because we have seen so many bitter actors who have gone on to become producers, and their goal is, we suffered.
Yeah.
You're going to suffer.
You're going to suffer too. And it's very, very common, man.
Yes.
Like like someone will even point blank tell you that these kids are being naughty.
Yes.
We suffered a lot in this industry, and you're thinking like, no,
it's not.
That was their time. Like that was your time. Like their time should actually be different, because you're more exposed. Probably you even have more resources than they did, than the people that hired you did. So it's a true thing that has been happening, like, and that's why artists fear working for artists, because you usually get it worse with artists.
I mean, we have had projects that have ended up being worse than what it was wherever they were coming from. Fidel, in your closing remarks, it's exciting to hear about the fact that finally you've said this on air. And it's on record now. So when I talk about it, it will not be rumors. You have affirmed the projects you're working with, and of course it's talked about producing. And you're ready in it. What does it make you empathize with the producers more now that you're doing it? Because sometimes we blame them, but we're not in their shoes. Because the call of saying, guys, we're going to eat beans and kosho on sets, is not because they are trying to starve you, but probably they're actually looking at the fact that the resources, Okulia is probably tujja kulya, but not as good as KFC or CJs. You understand? But has it helped you empathize more with the producers?
Yes and no.
Okay.
Because I think what I would term it as, it has given me a balanced view, in the sense that now I have been able to walk the journey of an actor to a certain extent, and then now you're working on this other side, and you're also seeing how notorious maybe the project can be, how weighty it can be, how different moving parts are actually very strenuous, and the pressure, you know, because you can actually see that, okay, it's not a small feat to put together a whole team of maybe 30, 50 people, and you're responsible for them, and you're making sure that every bit is running, maybe, so to speak, according to plan. So I empathize on that side because I can tell that actually it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. I actually got to realize something that I never thought then when I was just acting, that when you're actually producing, you have also more sleepless nights than the actors.
Yeah.
And yet, when you're the actor, you have sleepless nights. And you're thinking, these guys, I wish they knew.
Machimpe Mumba again.
Hey.
Until you're in the driving seat.
Then you're in the driving seat and you realize, you're actually the last man, literally,
To leave the set.
to leave the set. You're responsible for every single equipment that is there, so you don't want anything to be messed with. You're on a time-bound thing because you know you're paying for the location,
And
so
then
you're
actor
thinking,
comes late.
and then someone is coming late. Then someone calls you and they tell you, I'm not coming until you do this.
Eh.
You get like so it gave me a balance, But then I also got to appreciate, I think it happens to be that we have different leadership styles as well. So that also comes into play, different characters. And now you have to be a team leader and a team player to be able to get the team to work together. So I think it's just a balanced view, and I believe that it helps to know that everyone in their shoes is valuable in the food chain, for lack of a better word. The producer is valuable, the PM is valuable, the director is valuable, the actor is valuable, the lady cooking or the gentleman cooking is valuable, and everyone is playing a vital role in the grand scheme of the whole project. So it gave me a very balanced view.
I wouldn't really want to ask you
But
what your
you're going
producer did wrong, but what are you doing great?
I think
that's good.
I think the challenge is Fidel has not done so many plays, so you're about to set
Not
him up.
yet.
No, like
So if you start asking what the
for
producers did
this,
wrong, you
no,
might
that's
set him
why I'm saying I'm not going to ask what the producers did wrong, but what are you doing right on, like, for example, on your own set?
Okay. First, let me put it out there, and not just to speak politically. I think that no one is perfect. It's just human nature. So we can't look for perfection just because we're on set and you say, no, they did this to me. Things will always go wrong one way or the other. Even in our own lives, things go wrong. No one is perfect. So for me, I actually appreciate the producers I've worked with for the fact that someone has given you an opportunity. That alone, even if they didn't do more to make you comfortable, they've given you an opportunity. Use it like the way he said, as the individual, what are you going to do with it? Then the things that come after there, that's something else because there's no perfection. But back to your question, I think one of the things that I believe we're doing right is, I'll call it, it seems intangible, but it is about value. I believe that everyone ought to be valued at whatever level they are at, so that when the actor comes on set, he may not be getting a lot of money, but he feels the value in his or her presence on your set. Whether it be the crew, they may not be also getting a lot of money because money is never enough. But the value in their presence, the value in their work, the value in how you actually deal with them, because there's pressure in every sphere of life. But if the way you handle pressure makes someone still feel like they're respected, they are honored, they are valuable in their input, they will continue to work. So I believe the biggest thing maybe I have seen that I'm trying to do right is to be a team player. Make sure the team, you can't make everyone happy. That's obvious. So there will always be a few issues here and there. But to the best of our ability, to be a team player and make sure that the team is the mind. You make everyone believe in the team and the vision, not just hypothetically coming to impose it and say, you know, this is our project. He should feel it is our project. I don't just have to tell him it's our project. How do I make him feel it is our project?
Oh, that's
Remember that conversation of someone telling you it's our project and they're working because they're not paying.
Yes.
And as soon as the project is done,
It's
you're not
my
supposed to ask any
project.
question.
Yeah.
Where did our project go?
Where did our
Was
project
it yours? Did you put it in the money?
But you see, anyway, the reason why I asked him that, there was a time I think I was talking to one actor who was also complaining about a producer, and the actor's issue at that time was there was a lot of moving pieces, and it's like they were kept in the dark.
Right.
So the actor, the actors' problem wasn't that they did not get paid, but there is a lot of communication that did not come to them, and they just realized they were not going to get paid when things were going on.
Communication is very important. Along the way, you find that there's a lot of communication that's lost because we don't communicate well. I don't know if it's, I've seen it on a couple of sets. We don't communicate well.
I think it's usually the fear of what are they going to do when they find out. What are they going to do with the information you've shared? Because, you know, like you said, you are dealing with different people who react differently in different moments. Like you said, there are different leadership styles. I think you saw sometimes the post I put up that we actually need leadership skill training, for everyone in the industry, especially producers. Because you find that there are so many things which couldn't have gone wrong if someone understood what it means to be a good leader. And also if everybody on the project understood what it means to be led. You understand? Because a good leader becomes a good leader because he's leading good people. So you find that on set, if we say we are reaching set at 8, which means everyone on set understands what it means to keep time. Because everyone is a leader in their own accord. So which means when it all comes together, it moves smoothly, because everyone understands. But thank you very much for all that you've been able to share. We wish you all the best in this competition. Don't look at it really as a competition, but let the best man win. And let this open more doors for you guys. Let's see you guys come together and work together. I mean, it doesn't hurt for the 10 of you who are nominated this year in the different actors categories to come together and do something.
That would be amazing.
That would be powerful. I think we have been longing to see some of those things. You can do it. You can be the first and change the narrative. We're happy for you. Thank you. We congratulate you. You stood out. You stood out. And may more projects come to you.
That's true.
Kagwa, closing remarks.
I think my closing remarks, I remember the other time my closing remarks was about showing up. And probably my closing remark would be about taking that opportunity and using it. I will still refer to someone from Hollywood. When I first saw that Lupita was nominated for an Oscar, I thought she was a very big part of the 12 Years a Slave. And then when I watched the film, I noticed that she was in for, if I remember, there was 16 minutes to be exact. That film was pretty long. And she was in for 16 minutes and then went on a run and swept each and every award she was nominated for her 16 minutes. Which is basically, you show up, take your very, very little opportunity you get, and you own it. And I think that's what he did. That's what you did. And basically, that's what most of the supporting actors usually do. You take that very small spot and you make sure everyone notices you are actually there. And that's something people do not have to take for granted. I know very many Ugandan actors, not just actors, even artists, the singers, have a thing of saying, "Kangende pitemu buyisi." There is nothing like Kuyitambu Buyisi. Show up and really, really, really show up.
Thank you very much for those words of wisdom. It's the conversation with the nominees, Uganda Film Festival 2026. We're having lots of things into understanding how these people work, how they feel about the nominations, and we're definitely trying to push the conversation, making UG films famous, and of course pushing the Ugandan films to the next level. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as the movies are going into the cinemas, come out and watch them. Come and support the Ugandan film industry so that we go to the level that you want to see us. My name is Kasule Douglas Benda Mtama Dage Kajansi Eke Salongo. I sign out.